I'm Kathy with Above and Beyond Creative Sewing, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the floating stitch on the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. Okay, it's one of the many technique stitches that is exclusive to Pfaff, and the 720 has a few of them built in. So let's come over here to the screen. We're going to choose our stitch selector right here, and we're going to come down here. And I know that the technique stitches are in category 8, which here it is showing 1 through 5. So I'm just going to use my right arrow to scroll forward. And I'm going to choose my number 8, which I know is the different technique stitches. So this machine also can do ribbon stitching, stacking stitching, and 8.3 here is the floating stitch. So that's the one that I'm going to choose. My favorite is the diamond shaped floating stitch. So that's the one that I'm going to show you today. So that would be number 4. So now also, if you look in my screen here, it tells me that I need to use the bi-level foot. It also says to engage IDT and also to put a little stabilizer behind my fabric just to secure the stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change my foot. These just pop on and off like this. And here is my bi-level foot that I'm just going to attach. Just make sure that the thread doesn't get caught, just like this, and it just pops right on. Great. Okay, so right here, I have a little bit of stabilizer behind my fabrics. I do have just a small piece of two fabrics that are right sides together, obviously facing each other, right sides together. Okay, and I'm going to sew the floating stitch down the side here. Okay, floating stitches, the technique is really, really cool. You can use this on a whole bunch of different things also. It works particularly well if you're doing like a table runner that's like a quilt as you go. When you put the fabrics facing each other and you sew this floating stitch on one, when you open up the fabric, you're going to see the stitch and not the floater, and it looks really, really cool on table runners. You can also use it on tablecloths, napkins, a whole bunch of different things, pillows. Okay, this machine then now also has the scissors, so I'm going to cut my thread. Okay, everything is automatic. And now, like I said, when you open this, I'm going to go ahead and pull it just a little bit. You can see the stitch, but not the connector. So that's why they call this a floating stitch. Look how neat that is. Just a really cool technique, a lot of fun to do, and like I said, it really does look cool when you do like the quilt as you go table runners. This is just a really cool technique stitch that you can put on top of that. Okay, so this is the floating stitch on the Pfaff Quilt Expression 720. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.